Hi, and welcome to another Snappy Chat. This is all about talking business with business owners so we can learn and grow together. I'm Christine Bell, and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. I see Ollie is already here, so thank you for being here, Ollie. We appreciate you. This is really exciting. Today, I've got the one and only Mike Ashabraner with me. He's amazing. He's the founder and the leader of the Hounds of Business. He's a financial expert. He's amazing at LinkedIn and sales and so much more than that. And he's just a fantastic human being. So I can't wait to have him on. Now, the reason why I started these Snappy Chats is that I've been in business for 9 years, and it can get really lonely if you're a small business, a one-man band. And for me, what I've learned is when I got on LinkedIn and really got active on LinkedIn, I met so many amazing people, including Mike himself, and finding that community with Ollie, who's here too as well, and everyone, it's so important in business because it can get really, really lonely. So we can all learn and grow from each other. We go through very similar challenges often, and this is what it's all about. So I'm going to bring Mike on now, and we're going to have a chat about how we can all learn and grow together. So let's get him on. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Good, man. Busy day. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Well, it's morning here, but it's been a busy morning already. Let's put it that way. But then I was chatting to you already, so we've already done some work together, which is amazing.
Oh my goodness. And I got a new hat I'm sporting on your show. So premier hat. I've even got the tag on it like mini pearl because I'm not sure I like it yet. Looks pretty tall. So if anybody's watching, hey, do you like the hat? Yes or no? Because I
Melissa,
care what you
Melissa's
think.
here. Kelly's here. Melissa is here. Ali is here. Thank you guys for being here. I went on Melissa's and Isabel's show just for a short while because we were having a meeting. But what I heard for those 10 minutes was amazing. So thank you. Yes, I like your hat. Do you know what I was just thinking with your hat? You know, some of those little things you can put on, those little stickers and these little things, you put on here. You could put lots of different things on there. Be really redneck, I think.
Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
I need help being redneck. All right.
Yeah,
Thank
right.
you.
Well, the accent is
Good deal.
changing, isn't it? Because you got me and other people from overseas around, and our accents are really messing with your head, aren't they?
It is. Somebody, seriously, people say, I don't think I hear it as much. In fact, even Jackie Hallberg, who I got the pleasure to meet with the family, she stopped by on her travels. And it was amazing I love meeting people, hounds and great people on LinkedIn. But yeah, she said that too. She's like, well, your accent, I'm like, yeah, it's Christine. And I've been hanging out in virtual Australia, which I love, by the way. So only send good mail, Australia. Um, in fact, I don't want to spill the beans, but we're going to be doing some Australian stuff for Australians. Love it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And we
yeah,
got Brad Younger on here. So Brad Younger is amazing. He helped me with technology the other day, and we're trying to bring
oh,
him into the hounds if he's interested. He's amazing. So thank you for being here, Brad. So thank you so much for being here today. So do you want to, I'm assuming most people know you, but people who may not know you who are listening in, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because you're amazing.
well, thank you. Yeah, I grew up, poor and humble and just kind of worked and tried to do everything that they told me to do to be successful, at least in this country, right? Go to get a good job, get a degree, work hard, and life will be great. The American dream, right? And it was anything but that. And so I struggled a long time trying to figure out who I was, what I wanted to be when I grow up. And in my 40s, I'm figuring that out. But really, how the COVID story is really what launched the Hounds of Business. It really put my life in an unforeseen trajectory, and
I think that
everybody's got
happened for
that
a lot of
COVID
us.
story.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Everyone's got a
yeah,
COVID story.
and it's silver linings though if you look at it. So I was an unexpected leader, and I went out in business, and they told me I couldn't go out and play anymore. When I was finally growing my financial business, I was finally getting some headways. And, I said, "Wow, what am I supposed to do?" So I went on LinkedIn and social media, didn't know what I was doing. I was 38 at the time, and I started pitch slapping, right, with a P, pitch slapping people about what I do and blah, blah, blah. They could care less, right? And spamming them basically in the DMs. And a lot of people felt that way. And so, long story short, I met a guy who I really admired. He was an influencer, and he kind of pulled the curtain back like Wizard of Oz over 2 years ago. And he just started talking about the stuff that I knew in person, right? How to build deep relationships, reciprocity, those kindergarten skills that are the pack principles that, attracting people, bringing value, alignment. I don't
Yeah.
like the hard sell stuff, right? And so uh, he really taught me that. And so instead, here's what happened one day, instead of talking about my services, I just started helping people. I saw good people trying to figure business out like I was, and I decided to help them out. And I became an impromptu dating coach. I became all these things just to help people with the crappy experience, because I had nothing but crappy experiences, right? So I knew what they were going through. I could empathize. I could relate to it. I cared about them. And so as we started forming this friendship group, we started attracting business people. And this is the
Yeah.
formation almost 2 years ago, guys. And then here we are today. Are we a friendship group in the Hounds of Business? Are we a business group? We're both. And I know we're not supposed to be both. And that's what makes us special. Instead of worrying about what I want or what Christine wants every day, and how do I get my business to grow? How do I get this done? Look, I go out there and help Christine get what she wants. And here's the deal. Look, I'm not expecting it. I'm not requiring it, but I know she's a good person. She can't help but to reciprocate, right? So that's how the Hounds works. And it's not a theory. This is profitable. We have proven that this is a method that works. And we brought in some really major, we're talking about over $100 million, right? Through the Hound. No kidding. Right. So that's what we're about. We want to be around people like us that are heart-centered, that we love to work with, and we collaborate. We don't box ourselves in. We're here to be our best self and become our better selves and build business.
And you know what I love is the whole focus on win-win situations. Yeah. It's the I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to use that word. Reciprocity. I can't say it right now.
Good job.
Anyway, win-win reciprocity. Almost there. Win-win situation, what it's all about. And it's so important because in this world, I've found, not just on LinkedIn, but in general, that it's hard to find the right people that we truly connect with, where there is that integrity, where there is that sort of wanting to help others, of course, not at the expense of ourselves, completely. We got a health situation where we're in it together, we can grow further together, and really believing in that. And I think that's a big shift in mindset for me, at least in terms of when we first start a business, where we think, oh, I just need to make some money. Yeah. Versus actually, what can I do to contribute to others? How can I help others? And at the same time, how can I grow from that too?
Exactly.
Are you writing something? Are you on doing comments now?
I got to play in the comments. It's what I do. I love people. I love people are chatting, asking. I want to make sure that they know to DM me, DM you, DM the Hounds to learn more. We got the best heart-centered, high-level professionals. If you're just starting off in business and you're confused, join the club. All of us were that way, unless you had a parent or somebody that gave you a business or $1 million. Or most of us are feel lost. And the worst part about it is we feel like there's something wrong with us. And I'm here to tell you, there's nothing wrong with you. You just don't know. You don't know the rules to the game. You don't understand what you don't know yet. And you lack resources. You lack these things, but we don't. Right. We have people who are already successful. They want to go to the next level. We have, amazing people that are reaching back and pulling someone else with them. That's how we do it. Good for me. But what about the other people? That's what makes us unique.
Yeah. And it's that community sense. And I just want to say hello to Jason is here. We got Diane here. She says she loves us both. Thank you very much. We love you too. We got Ali helping me to pronounce reciprocity. Thank you. We got a few people like that. So not only when you come to the house do you learn different English, you learned a lot of things, but what I love is the community, that thing of when we get really lonely and we get really alone sometimes in business, and things get hard, challenges happen, whether it's in business or life, because obviously they interact with each other. If you have a challenge in life, it usually spills over into business in some level and form too. So having that community when things are hard, that someone goes, hey, I know what you're feeling, I know what it is, we got this, we got it together. And I think for me that is such an important thing to learn in business, especially if you're a small business, is that thing of community and building that very, very intently with the right people. And I think that's what you do so well.
We do. And again, it's robots are talking to robots. And I'm not against AI. I'm not against efficiency. But at some point, it makes us crave belonging, a sense of community, a sense of actually doing something with a real human being that we enjoy working with, right? So, again, we've got newbies, right? But we also have established professionals, licensed professionals. Like we have an attorney. She's got her own business. She's amazing. But she's an attorney. She's in a male-dominated industry that has its own kind of thing, and there's nothing you can't let yourself go. You can't really be vulnerable in that. That's
Yeah.
anti-profession. So
Yeah.
why do these people attracted to the pack? Well, because they can let their guard down. They can be themselves. They can become better. They can do that thing that they can't do in other professions, groups, and those kind of situations. And
Yeah.
that says a lot about us because we care. I mean, when we show we care, we just don't
Yeah.
talk about reciprocity. We actually put it in place because it's profitable. I mean, you've heard the story, right? I can tell the story because I think the people here would like to hear the story, but I'm not going to run your show like I'm good at doing. Forget I'm the guest. So I'm trying to behave.
So you're waiting for me to ask. I just want to say hello to Isabel as well, and I appreciate. So I should ask you, yeah. So with that in mind, because I think it led us straight into challenges. What challenges have you faced in business as well that we can all learn from? Because I think it goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
It does, and I mean, personally, like what I faced personally, it's honestly the lack of confidence. And here's what I've learned. And I think the pack principle and the mantra, one of our mantras, is courage before confidence, right? That's why I love your show. That's why I love all the guests and the Australians I'm meeting because you have actresses and all kind of people coming out, but you know, they didn't have the confidence. They earned that by courage, by just going out and being okay with possibly looking stupid, with
Yeah.
getting it wrong, with getting rejected. And oftentimes it's not a marketing problem that you really have. It's not a business problem. It's a confidence issue. Somebody's told you wasn't good enough, right? I'll give you a perfect example. A wonderful person, I love her to death, said, "Oh, I know I need to be more extroverted." Well, who told you that? Right? That's like telling a dog to meow. That's ridiculous. How about you be the best introverted person you can be? Right? We
Yeah.
had a big discussion, and that right there, you should have saw the unlock in her. Oh wow, absolutely. I'm Julius Caesar. Blah blah blah, and I talk too much. But you're intentional. When you speak, it's rare, but when you speak, it's powerful. You know what? 2 days later, she went out there and crushed it, and she's continuing to crush it. So we could have bombarded her with all kind of personality tests and all this other stuff, which is useful. But really, what she needed was somebody that she respected, somebody that knew better and was few steps ahead to say
Yeah.
nothing's wrong
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
And that right there has produced a megastar in the making. And now she has the resources and support and all the visibility that she needs in the Hounds of Business to grow to that next level. Ain't that something? It's like Redneck Camelot. Ain't that unbelievable?
I love that.
Unbelievable.
And Diane is just saying, I love this group, which is the Hounds, because I usually just want to help. I don't think about the sales. I think about what I can do for you. And I think that is so true for the members of the Hounds too. In terms of, and it's a way of being in business. I think it's a way of, there's so many of us who started our business because we were perhaps burned out. We were perhaps in toxic environments. We were perhaps just a little bit lost or not enjoying what we were doing, whatever reason. But I think what we all have in common, and there's a lot of us out there, is that human connection, but it's really a desire to help. And this sounds a little cliche. I don't want to be like the new world, what's that world pageant? Yeah, where you say, I just want to change the world for the better. But it's kind of true, yeah? We want to make a difference. We want to help others. We want to support others. And it shouldn't be at the expense of ourselves. A lot of us impact have to learn that it's not at the expense of ourselves. We have to fill our cup too, yeah? But it's that finding that balance between helping ourselves and helping others at the same time. So how do you find
Absolutely.
that balance, Mike? Because, we both know that you work really hard. So how do we find the balance between filling our own cup whilst still helping others as well? Because that's what we're all about, really, a lot of us out there.
Yeah, beautiful question. It's not one or the other. It's not mutually exclusive, right? So, for example, I'm out there helping a friend. I want to support my friend, and so we helped and we did some stuff on LinkedIn and other things. But I helped my friend by helping other friends. So other people in this industry, I tagged them, I brought them in, we did shows, all this stuff. Well, this one, the friend that I was helping, right, lands a multi-million-dollar deal.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I look at my DMs the next day, and those two out of a couple people, the people that I was helping my friend with, reached out and said, "You know what? I'm doing something. I feel stuck, and I need a business coach. I don't know if you do this, Mike, but I trust you. I know you've been there for me. Would you talk to me?" Well, where's the sales pitch in that? It was me out there, going out there, practicing tried and true formulas of the pack principles. And by helping another hound, I get more people coming to ask me to do business. And what did I do? parsed them out to someone else because I wasn't the one they needed. Now, again, it's not that we have tools that other people don't. It's that it's the heart-centered integrity, way that we do it, and we put the integrity back into it. So you don't have to have, I'm wore out and burned out. Yeah, if you're doing things like hard selling and hunting and all of this, and you're trying to be persuasive, but deep down that's not making you happy, there's an alternative. We figured it out. We've got 100 and what, almost 200, 150 hounds out there sharing their crayons and practicing kindergarten skills. They wouldn't do that all day long if it wasn't profitable and it wasn't fun. So don't believe the lies. If you're comfortable out there selling hard, do it. I'm jealous of you, but I'm a smart guy, but I could never do it. You know why I couldn't do it? I understood it here, but man, it couldn't land here. And I don't want to do anything for the rest of my life for 8+ hours a day that I hate. I love helping these people. I love supporting them. And by the way, we expect me to say I'm great. You don't expect this chat here of all these people to say that I'm great. And I don't do it for that, but that's the kind of people they are. And guess what I do all day? I don't talk about how great I am. I talk about how great they are because it's true and it's proven and I love doing it. So if you're feeling like LinkedIn and business and everything else is a drag, check us out, test drive us and see maybe that alternative's for you because we have fun. We have a lot of fun. We care about it. We're friends. But man, we're the hounds of business, not singing kumbaya, right? We do both at the same time. And that's pretty much our identifier.
And I love that. And I love being part of the Hounds for exactly those reasons. And I think for me, the key around the whole selling part, because we are all here to grow businesses. We're all here to be successful, And it's not that easy on social media or anywhere to build a business from scratch. It's just not an easy thing. Maybe if you have a lot of people already who knows you that wants to buy from you immediately, sure. But otherwise, it's a building game. It takes time to build it. And it can get really, frustrating at times, especially when we can see people, we meet people, we go, they could really use my help. I could really help them, but they may not be open to it. And this is where I love that you use simple scenarios and you've helped me so much. So thank you for that too. In terms of having been on your course as well, which I highly recommend with the LinkedIn, the whole thing around, and I already use these terms, but then you bring it to life so much better. It's about dating, back to dating principles and kindergarten skills, So tell me a little bit more about what are the ideal kindergarten and dating skills that you would recommend to anyone, because it does apply to how we actually bring home the business,
Beautiful question. And I think the best way to understand this is you have most of us look at outcomes. And you should have KPIs and goals and outcomes. But when you try to make decisions based on stuff you possibly can't foresee, I think what separates us from a lot of different things is that we hone in on our personal values, right? What is it that we want to be as people? In other words, the Hounds and most of the members of the Hounds, we don't see our business and ourselves as two separate entities. But my business is an extension of who I am. I live in a free capitalist society. And so I'm the same guy at the gas station, church, $1 million deals. I'm this guy. And if you don't like that, well, you got the wrong guy. But I want to be myself when I conduct business. So when you hear people say, well, it's just business, never personal, I can't disagree more. Because it is absolutely personal. First of all, I'm in finance. Going to the proctologist office is a little bit less personal in the United States than going to your financial person. We just don't talk about it.
And we're not really selling we're not selling chocolate, chocolate bars in our community so much. I'm not saying we wouldn't invite someone in who does, but usually we're selling something that's more than $5. We need a little bit more of a relationship, don't we? So go back to you. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. You're absolutely right. And again, we want to do things like, think about when I show up to your webinar, for example, right? And there's somebody in there asking a specific sales question. I'll pipe in and give them an answer. Now, they liked you better. They like me because I'm just there, because I'm learning. And see how that just, it rises. And now we have a new member who's unbelievable. Now she's working with other people. So when Kelly and Oli, when they invite people to the Hounds, they may not be able to do business with them right now. But guess what? Christine has a solution that they want. And then when Christine brings somebody in, that's probably Diane's client. And then we all get together and we start brainstorming, we start collaborating, we start saying, well, what if we did this? And then what you see is an amazing collaboration. You saw Lisa Marie, right? Also Australian, right? We got Melissa, Robinson Weinmiller, and then we have James Valentine. All I did was stick those people in a chat because I liked them. I said, there's something there. They're going to figure something out. I put them in a DM. 400 messages later, they had one of the most brilliant premiere shows, live streams I've ever seen. And that continues to grow. And now other people are coming in. So, again, you can beat your head against the wall. You can keep trying to be a dog that barks. You can keep bashing your square peg in round holes. Or you can stop and say, what do I want? What do I truly value? Because I didn't like that stuff. I created the
Yeah.
Hounds because I hated everything else out there that I saw, or it wasn't 100% for me. Like this group or this thing was 80%. I wanted to be all heart and all business at the same time. That's what you guys have made possible. All I did, like Dr. X, I just stuck y'all in a room and kind of gave you the resources and general guidance. You guys made this what it is today and what it will be tomorrow.
And I love that because it is kind of growing in process. Yeah, it's kind of evolving as we grow, and it's evolving with everyone and their energy in it. And we have to remember the people that are in it are the ones who energetically are helping it evolve too. Yeah, and that's so
Exactly.
important because that's where we get the right energetic alliance between all of us, alignment between all of us, and that's why it works really well. And you can sometimes smell out if I'm not saying specifically about the Hounds, but we can easily smell out the ones when they come in that just is different in terms of how they're thinking and believing and behaving. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just different. Yeah. But it stands out
Right.
like a sore thumb sometimes. Yeah. And I think that comes back to the dating principles a little bit in terms of, sometimes you can go on an app and get laid that night, but is that really a long-term relationship? Or do you want to build more of a slow relationship? Yeah.
Yeah, and I thank you for reminding me. I was supposed to answer the dating question. It's been a long day, but I'm so excited. So this is how we view it. The Hounds is an ecosystem. It's like think about ancient Rome was just an idea. It was almost a laughable idea, but it got formed. So you can come into this and you could be a criminal, politician, whatever you want to be. Nobody's going to force you here. This is a voluntary army, right? So here's how I look at it. I can't make anybody date me, right? I can't make a girl like me but what I can do is have a system that I can plug each individual person into. And then maybe 1 out of 10 will say, that's the redneck for me. That's how I approach business. Listen, if you heard nothing else I rambled about, this is it. I don't care. Don't care at all if someone says yes or no to me or the pack or anything. Here's what I care about. You know what the hell you're saying yes and no to. That's it. If you're going to make a life-changing decision in life and business, again, either one, do you want to base that on a little bit of information, probably not the right information, or do you want to base that on all the information you can possibly get? That's the
Mm.
calling card. Come check us out, test drive us, try on clothes before you buy them. Hopefully you date before you marry, right? So test drive us and see if we're a fit. And here's the thing, if we're not a fit, I don't have an ego in this. I'm just tired of people not being free. I'm tired of people being stuck. And so if we're not a fit for you, I'm going to go out there and try to find you someone who is, because it's not about me. It's not about
Yeah.
us. It's about helping the world one person at a time and collectively hundreds of thousands at a time. That's where we're heading. We're going to be life changing very, very soon. We already are for 20 people, but now I want to see 20,000, right? A month,
Yeah.
right? This is
And
what
it's
we're
not
talking.
just you doing it, it's everyone doing it together. So everyone is helping everyone grow. Yeah. It's not about Mike is coming in and you're going to be the hero for everyone
No,
because you'll be dead from tiredness from that. Yeah. Very quickly. So we can't
yeah,
do that. We've got to keep you alive. Yeah. Keep you moving and keep you growing
right.
here in our community.
Yeah, this is my role. I'm the little role. I'm the guy with the stick at the orchestra, right? Nobody paid $1,000 to see the director with the stick, but without him, the woodwinds don't line up. It doesn't
Mm.
sound good. It's not worth $1,000. The only thing I did was take brilliant people, and put them together, gave them some guidelines, and said, "Go have fun." And look what happened. Look what so many life changing things, not just business, but personal lives. I mean,
That
so many amazing things are happening and you guys made it happen because if you're not leading, if you're walking and no one's following you, you're just taking a walk. You guys affirmed that my craziness was actually needed, wanted, and validated. That's what it's affirming when people like this, and you see them in the comments, when people, all these folks say, "Yeah, I feel this way. I want to be a connector. I want to give back. I want to grow my income and my business by helping other people do the same." That's what we're here for, right? And again, multi-million-dollar deals been passing through in the last 5 weeks, but it's not a game, right?
Wow.
But yes, but we are not here to show off ourselves. We're here to put the spotlight over other people. And that's what makes it special. That's why people are always talking about Melissa and Oli and all these amazing folks. Because guess what Oli does? Goes out and spotlights and loves and brings value to others. What a mystery, right? And I'm being facetious, but hey, seriously, check us out. We're a weird bunch, but boy, we're a fun group that gets stuff done, man. We're a different type of people, and I'm okay with that. If I speak to a room of 2,000 people and they boo, well, I must have been in the wrong room. I'm not here to persuade. I'm here to say, here's what we are: a bat symbol in the sky, like Batman. And
Yeah.
whoever's attracted to that, we're here. If not, maybe you know another crazy person it would be. And I
Yeah.
feel the same way with other groups and other people. If somebody comes to me and they're not a good fit, I'll send them to another coach, right? It's not about me.
So
I
it's
just want to
it's
see
always
lives
about
change.
helping. It's always about helping the best we can, yeah. And when we can't, there's always different ways to help people. So I love that. It's all about helping, supporting, growing together. And that's really,
Absolutely.
really important. Now we are running close to time. It is a snappy chat after all, and I
Yep.
could talk to you forever because we do often. So before we finish up, how can any last words, and also how can people reach you? Anything that's coming up you want to promote, or anything, so people can immediately figure out how to get into the house if they're interested in talking to you and finding out more.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, if the hounds, whoever's out there is willing to, you can DM me, Christine, any hound out there. Melissa, blow her a DM up. But we have a publicity hub. We have a massive media network with different hounds and all kind of different industries. I mean, we're putting a lot of things in place. Our networking groups. We're having joint events,
Yeah,
master classes.
yeah,
I mean, you name it. But more importantly, you just get to connect with people that you don't have to look over your shoulder. You don't have to fart potpourri, right? You can just be you and become your best self together. That's what we're about. Just test drive it, check it out. But it can be life changing. It has been life changing for me and many, many other people. And now we're just scaling up like crazy because we're past the testing phase. We're into the get it done, change the world. And last thing, I know it's snappy chats, but hang on a second. If millions of people, if millions of good people, money's a tool. If millions of good-hearted people who truly care about others, right? If we had more time, money, and freedom to go do good things, you can't convince me that we can't make a big dent in important things like pay equity, social justice, right? Equality, homelessness, right? We can do that, right? Because bad people with money is going to do bad things. Good people with money is going to do good things. I want to see heart-centered, caring people make more money. That's what this is about. Doing it by changing lives in your business. The more lives I change through my business, the more money I make. The more money I make, the more impact I can spend my days freely doing whatever I want with whomever I want. That's the goal of the Hound. So we're not here to play games, but we're here to have fun and not, not do things that we're not happy doing anymore. That's it. I don't want to do
and we get
crappy
it,
stuff.
and we get a chance to do what we love doing, so it makes us feel good because we're giving
Yep.
of ourselves in a way that really resonates with who we are and helping others as well, which is one thing I'd say about the Hounds too. Not only do we have great fun in-house networking events, which is happening next week. So you better sign up soon if you're listening. But two, I don't mind it. I hope you don't mind me saying this. We are looking to also have more hounds actually be part of building the community in terms of adding their skill sets and maybe giving classes to other hounds. Yeah. So you get upskilled at the same time, so making connections and friendship.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're building and growing our structure, but here's what's fun. the the culture and the people of the hounds are outgrowing any structure we put in place. That is the best problem I could ever imagine any business or community having.
Mm.
Right? It's like when you go to bed with your 8-year-old PJs, you wake up at 14 and it doesn't fit. That's and that's because people, yeah, we need structure and we're putting it in, but this goes well beyond that. People love being around other folks. I mean, we got like Supermom, right? She's all over the place doing stuff. People love being around Supermom and she opens the door I've got a lady that I met last year with her that circled back around to another hound, and here we are reconnecting because I was a goofball singing goofy Christmas songs on her on the Shell webinar. It's amazing what can happen. but have more fun. Have more fun, learn how to do it, be around people like this. You're not going to regret it. And if you do regret it, you can leave. It's not a prison. We don't lock doors from the outside. All right, you're safe. All right, you're
It's
good.
not, what is it called? It's
Promise.
not Hotel California, is it?
Yeah, no, you can leave here. Yes, ma'am. Uh, and by the way, should I keep this hat? Should I take the tag off or should I send it back?
I think the people are saying you're going to keep it. We're going to finish up, but if you guys have a chance before we finish, should you keep the hat? Is it feeling good? Let's see if anyone is
I
still
know
here. They might have left us.
Oli loves everything, so I know he likes the hat. Let's see.
Let's see. We're finishing up, so just give us your last thoughts on should you keep the hat. Otherwise, we'll finish the stream. And if you're still here, let us know. Should he keep the hat? I think we might have lost people.
No, there's
no
still
worries.
like 50 people.
No,
No,
Sintel is here.
or who
Sindel.
cares? Who cares? That you
Keep
can
it.
put I don't care.
Yeah. Jackie says keep it, and Jackie would like to join us. Well, she's amazing. She's a lovely friend of mine from Arizona, so we'd love to have her in the house. I think. Keep the tag too.
Hat is fine.
I think you're good. Let's go. Thank you guys for listening in. This is the longest Snappy Chat I had, and I knew Mike was gonna have the record for the longest Snappy Chat. So I appreciate you guys your time and reach out. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for everything. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, thank you right back at you. Lots of love hearts for you there. From here to Kentucky, yeah. But we're not allowed to send any snake. We're not allowed to send the snakes and the crocodiles and all that over to you.
No, you keep that scary wildlife over there. It's too much for me. It's scary stuff. All right, be good.
Take care. Bye, everyone.